So coronavirus. Things are changing so fast. And with the new CDC recommendations, with shelter in place happening right here in the Bay Area, and talk of domestic travel being canceled, what do you do? What do you do now? What happens to your wedding now? We'll be talking about all of this today. But first, hi there. I'm Jamie Chang, your destination wedding planning guru and designer of joy at Mangome's Events and the creator of Passport to Joy, the step-by-step online wedding planning course for couples. And I share real and honest and useful wedding planning tips, tricks, and advice you can use to help make planning your wedding easier and more joyful so you can create a wedding you love. Because, let's be honest, wedding planning can be stressful. It's not always happy, especially now. Especially now. It's overwhelming and it's hard and it's sometimes just downright painful, and nobody wants that. So we're bringing the joy back to wedding planning. Are you ready? All right, so let's do this. Let's dive in here. It's been a crazy and long last couple of weeks, hasn't it? It's just nuts. Things have changed so quickly and so fast. I mean, case in point, I am talking to you right now today from my home office where I am in lockdown here in the Bay Area. We are in lockdown for the next few weeks, and it's a lot. It's a lot to process. Everything is happening just so quickly, and it feels like things are changing daily or even like hourly, right? And it's kind of like blowing your mind. Coronavirus or COVID-19, whatever you want to call it, is all anyone can think or talk about naturally, just because it's affecting everybody and everybody's lives. So we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it, because if coronavirus wasn't affecting your wedding before, it definitely is affecting it now. Because with the new CDC recommendations regarding events of 50 people or more and sort of recommending against those events, and cities like where I am now that are enacting a lockdown and thus no gatherings, there isn't really a whole lot of choice anymore. It's time now for everyone to really be socially responsible. It's time to think about the greater good. Which means if your wedding is planned for or was planned for sometime in the next couple of months, you need to postpone. You just need to postpone. You have to. Because you just cannot in good faith continue to move forward with your wedding at this point. There's just not another option. I know that you've worked really hard, and I know you've been planning for this day, and I know you have all these hopes and dreams about it. And I know it hurts. I know the idea of postponing, of moving, of just anything of this nature hurts. It's super hard, and I totally get that. I have clients who are going through the exact same thing right now. And I want you to know that your wedding matters. It still matters, and your celebration still really matters a lot. But people's lives matter more right now. And it's not just, your friends and your family who I know you want to protect and make sure that they're safe, but it's also your community and the community where your wedding is taking place, and all of the communities that your friends and families belong to as well. It's important that we think about these things and think about what we need to do to protect everyone else. Which also means now is not a time to travel either. And look, that hurts me too, because I love to travel. We do destination weddings. We love them. But travel right now is just not smart. We all collectively, once again, need to be smart and be safe. So please do not put, others at risk for your wedding, for your vacation. We all, once again, have a responsibility to each other, to protect each other, and think about your fellow man, think about your fellow woman and your neighbor neighbor and your community and everyone, really. This is I know it's hard, but this is like just so important right now. So please, if you're even remotely considering still having your wedding in the next couple months, please, please, please postpone it. Think through everything I've just mentioned and use your power, your responsibility to protect those you love and protect those you don't know. Okay, so I'm going to say something now that is also going to hurt. For those of you having weddings in the summer, although the CDC is recommending that, events not be held for the next 2 months, over 50, if you're getting married in the summer, it's also time for you to start thinking about postponing. And you might be asking me, but why? It's only, they're only talking about 2 months. It's really for the same reason. Look, we don't know what's going to happen. None of us know what's going to happen. But we do know that coronavirus isn't going away anytime soon. I mean, all you have to do is look at China or Italy or some country that's ahead of us in the progression, and they're all, still dealing with it. And the question you have to ask yourself is, do you want to take the chance of putting yourself, your loved ones, and others at risk? And the answer is likely no. No, you don't. Now is the time to start thinking about plan B, your plan B, about rescheduling for later this year or maybe next year, or picking a TBD date to see what happens. It's a time to also think about other options like smaller weddings or eloping, other things you can do to still celebrate, but not put others at risk. And similarly, if you're newly engaged and you're just starting to think about planning, you need to keep these things in mind as well, because depending on when you're thinking about getting married, these things will affect you too. I've got a blog post that I wrote recently that talks about how to downsize your wedding, so you can check that out. The links will be below as well. But here's the reality. The reality is that we need to start thinking about others and making sure that we are all making decisions. And this includes me as well, everyone, everyone here on planet Earth, right? We need to start thinking about making decisions that protect others, that decisions that will help and not hurt the greater good. You can still get married, and you should still get married, and that's still something you should celebrate because it's awesome. It's a wonderful, super happy thing. And those are all important things. That has not changed at all. You just need to be patient or adjust your plans so that you're not putting people at risk. Because for the foreseeable future, we all need to be careful. I think it's important that we, treasure and protect those we love, and in addition to that, those we don't even know, because they're important too. And we'll get through this, we will get through this together. We will. It will pass. And when it does, we'll have that much more to celebrate. Okay? I also want to say that I want you to know that I'm here for you. I really am. So if you have a question about your wedding, about planning, about coronavirus, please leave it in a comment below. I am here to help, so please let me help if you need some help. And if you enjoyed today's video, please, as always, like it. You can check out our other wedding planning videos if you want to start thinking about the future. And please subscribe so you can make sure you get all the new ones, especially with all the developments happening here. And even more than ever, if you're looking for help through the entire wedding planning process and having access to a personal wedding advisor, please check out my online course, Passport to Joy. You can find all the links below. Because here's the deal. It's a hard time right now, and we could all use some help. In addition to that, we're doing something kind of special to help those in need, so you can be a part of that as well. Because you deserve to enjoy your engagement, despite coronavirus. All right? Thanks so much for being here. Please take care of yourselves. Be smart, be safe, and I'll see you next time.